All right, boys, welcome back to a brand new video. A lot of you guys are worried. Your altcoins are down 50% or more, and you're wondering, do I just sell now, cut the loss, and move on with my life? Or is this a good time to rebuy into good position? Well, this is exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Yesterday, we had one of the worst days for Bitcoin, but then today you wake up and Bitcoin's almost at $100,000 today. That is what we're going to be looking at. Real quick, before we get into the video, make sure you join the free Discord community in the bio. It's 100% free. I'm in there chatting it up with you guys every single day. If you have questions about your portfolio, any coins you want to buy, if you just want to input in it, I'll leave the link in the bio. I'll see you guys in there. Now let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're looking at the overall price of Bitcoin right now, and like I said, we're hovering around $96,000, almost that $100,000 range. But yesterday we had an amazing wick down. For the first time ever, we touched an $89,000 Bitcoin. It's a very important mental range that we do not want to go under, but yesterday we went under it. It was very scary, and I saw a tweet actually by Thread Guy. Someone else had posted it. He said they gave you a bottom and you sold it. And that's how I feel about it. In my opinion, yes, we can wick down, but I don't think we're actually going to get many opportunities to get Bitcoin that low. We're already sitting at 96,000. We had an amazing move upwards. And now we're going to be getting a little bit deeper into the chart to see what is actually going to be happening for the next week, the next month, and hopefully even the next year. All right, so the real range that we have to hold, as you can see here, this is a fib from the beginning of the bull market this year to the end of it, or the Pico top that we saw right around $108,000. Now, the one place that we cannot fall under is the $86,000 mark for Bitcoin, which I do not think that we're going to be going under. But there's also a unknown psychological number in the $80,000 Bitcoin, 80,000, 81, 82, 83, all the way up to $89,000 Bitcoin. If it starts with an 8, it's a huge psychological number. It's really going to affect the market, and most importantly, it's going to affect all of the bags that you have on altcoins, because if Bitcoin goes down even 10, 20, 30%, all of your altcoins are going to zero. Now, the same can be said if Bitcoin goes down even 5, 6, 7, 8%, you're going to see a lot of your altcoin bags go down 40, 50, and 60%, and it's going to make you feel a little bit worried, saying, hold on, why are my bags down 50%? I used to have $10,000, now I only have $5,000. Do I sell now, or do I hold, maybe even buy some more to catch that upward movement of 50%? Now, that's the super scary part about buying into these meme coins, these altcoins, these AI plays. They're very speculative, and they are super driven to the price of Bitcoin. As you can see here, this move first that we had upward here, I'll make a little chart here. Now, for the beginning of the bull market this year, which was right around $15,000, to where we are today is a almost 500% move upwards, and that alone made so many millionaires, not just with Bitcoin, not just with Ethereum, not just with Solana, but a lot of these AI plays, a lot of these meme coin plays, a lot of these new speculative plays. But the same happens when Bitcoin goes down. A lot of people are going to be losing millions of dollars, thousands of dollars. Now, so you can see here from the top of Bitcoin to where we are sitting today, that is a 12% move downward on Bitcoin, which doesn't seem that crazy if you're just holding Bitcoin, but you know that a lot of us are holding a lot of these altcoin and speculative plays. That's why your bags are down 50, 20, 30, 40, 70% on some occasion. Now, we're going to be taking a look at the overall crypto market. Some of these altcoin plays, Solana plays, meme coin plays, AI agent plays, which are very hot right now. I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on which ones you should buy, which ones you should keep, and which ones maybe it's time to sell. Now, taking a look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, all of these are obviously solid plays. If the markets continue to go up, you put your money in here, you are bound to make good percentage gains. Now, this is mainly for people with accounts over $250,000, $500,000, $1 million that don't really need to see that much movement upward. They don't really have the need to go and buy a lot of these AI plays, buy a lot of these meme coin plays, because they're already sitting on a huge bankroll. But if you're a person with any account under $50,000, $100,000, that's when you end up digging into these plays that are under top 50 tokens, and their market cap starts to get really low. One of my favorite coins is Bonk. It's the 53rd biggest coin by market cap, but in my opinion, this is one of the biggest movers, biggest plays. I talked about it in yesterday's video, and we're already up 10% today. I threw an extra $10,000 at this because I'm already holding so much of this. I bought very early, so my bag's already over 6 figures. Yesterday, I saw a crazy buying opportunity. As you can see here, Bonk moves upwards with Bitcoin, downward with Bitcoin, just like any other token. But the difference with Bonk is you're going to get a lot more volatility when you buy coins like Bonk instead of Bitcoin. I originally bought Bonk right around the 11-cent mark. I rode it all the way upward, all the way to 51 cents. And right now we're chilling right around 57 cents, hovering around that 30-cent mark. Yesterday, we had a crazy wick down, and that's what I took capitalization out of my other bags and out of my cash holdings, and I bought right in. We hovered right around 22 cents. I bought an extra $10,000. Today, I woke up and I've already made $1,000, but that's not really what I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the big bag. I'm going to do a big huge sell and bong, but that's me personally because I've been holding for a very long time. These moves don't really affect me too much because my initial buy-in is very low. I was making videos 8 months, 9 months ago, and I was telling you guys, buy bonk, buy SHIB, buy all of these tokens that are insanely undervalued. It's a huge bull market coming. I stopped shilling coins because we were already looking very, very, very bullish. And I thought that we had to see a slight little downturn in Bitcoin for everything to pick up again and us to find some great buying opportunities, which there are here today. Now, if you're sitting on a position that has a lot of downturn movement, for example, Cerebro. Cerebro is a play that I hopped in, and honestly, I got pretty cooked on, but I saved myself by selling before it got really detrimental. My story with Cerebro, for example, this is an AI agent. It was one of the biggest AI agent. Then we literally had 1 month of straight downward movement. We went all the way down from 80 cents all the way down to 23 cents, which for a lot of people, unbelievable moves because they literally lost 70% of their money. Now I was lucky enough to buy Cerebro right around this 47, 48 cent mark, and I rode it all the way up to 57. But then I realized that the market was not stable and all of these AI agents really hold absolutely no value. Now this is the page for Cerebro. It's literally just an AI agent bot. It runs a Twitter account. There's no humans behind this. It's literally just an AI bot tweeting. But I was looking at the tweets and I was looking at the narrative, and I honestly see the narrative. I see the tweets. It's an amazing story, but I was not super excited / confident with having, I had a $30,000 bag on Cerebro, rode it up to 45,000, sold. And luckily I sold, because if I wouldn't have, right now that bag, a $45,000 bag would have been worth right around like 13, 14,000. So luckily I sold, but a lot of you were not able to sell, not just for Cerebro, but all of the tokens that you're holding. I was able to notice that I had to sell this bag before it was going to be absolutely atrocious due to its engagement. I mean, I just saw the Cerebro engagement. There's really nothing here. There's no new technology. There's nothing really crazy. The market wasn't even confident. Now that's obviously not the only reason, because you have to remember, there has to be no intrinsic value for a coin to go up. There's coins called fart coin. There's coins called shit coin, and they all go up 10,000% in one day. There needs to be no intrinsic value. So that's not what I'm telling you to look at. But I just kind of had a feeling that Cerebro really had nothing going for it. Even though you don't need anything going for it, mostly in this AI scene where everything is super speculative, I just didn't really feel safe with it. So I switched it to Solana, and that's where I was able to find one of the best tokens. I threw all my money in there and I actually wrote it out pretty well. All right, boys. So instead of getting cooked on Cerebro, I was able to funnel my profits into MLG. I had very little profits on Cerebro, but I would have gotten absolutely wrecked from $40,000 all the way down to 13,000 if I wouldn't have done this move. I switched to MLG at 70 mil market cap with 40k bag, and now chilling at 111. I did a re-entry at 70. It was a play, perfectly play. Now I'm not saying I can do this every time, but I was able to do it this time. You're gonna be able to have to move your bags if you're not confident. If you don't move your bags consistently, if you're not consistently checking on the narrative, on the bags itself, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get caught holding the bag, and we cannot let that happen. Now, yesterday, a lot of people were freaking out because we had that $89,000 wick, but that is happening no more. Donald Trump came in and saved us. He just said he's expected to issue an executive order on the first day of his presidency that may address crypto related issues. That, as well as zero tax on crypto gains, just made the market go absolutely insane, and that's why we were able to see this $96,000 pullback like we did yesterday. Now I'm going to be talking about a couple tokens that in my opinion are great buys. I talked about them on yesterday's video and they are already up tremendously. Yesterday I told you to buy A116Z at 90 cents. It was a Pico bottom buy, and we're up 28% today, which is an amazing move upward. This had rallied all the way up to almost $3. You're catching it at 120. I still think this is an amazing good buy. Now this is for the people that do not know if they're confident on their bags. I'm telling you what bags I'm confident in for the next couple months. MOG token I've been talking about for a while now. I first bought it with you guys at 200 mil market cap, sub 200 mil market cap. I talked about it in like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. Right now we're chilling at around a 750 mil market cap. Can it go higher? Absolutely. We touched over $1 billion with this token. In my opinion, we can do this again. These are just coins that I'm giving you out that I am confident in for the next up and coming months. In my opinion, there's narratives here, and in my opinion, there's a lot of first mover advantage here, and there's a lot of solid community with these 3 coins that I have just given. Now, for the overall look at Bitcoin, we have to be very smart here and understand that Bitcoin doesn't just go up forever. It comes in seasons, and it's not just 4-year cycles. Inside those 4-year cycles, there's going to be seasons where Bitcoin just simply moves sideways, or if not even downward. As you can see here, from March 2024 all the way up to almost November, we literally moved sideways with no movement in Bitcoin. That's almost a whole year that we had no movement. But right after that, we had the biggest wick up, and that's what pushed us over $110,000 Bitcoin, and it happened in a flash. But it was not going to happen again right after we had already done that from the bottom $15,000 all the way up to $60,000. we had to go sideways for a little bit. The market had to consolidate. We had to make sure what coins were good, what coins were bad, what communities were real, what communities were not. And the best time to tell is when the market is moving sideways. Now, I'm only saying that because right now we are moving sideways, and we've been moving sideways since last November. From November all the way up to January, we've had a very little move in Bitcoin. If not anything, we've gone down on the price of Bitcoin. But in my opinion, we're about to experience one of the biggest move upwards on Bitcoin that we have ever seen. With the presidency coming in January 20th, Trump gets inaugurated. There's a lot of talks happening, even with Gary Gensler. Today, he hopped on CNBC and he talked about how he was actually semi-bullish on Bitcoin, which is something that he was not able to say. So there's a bunch of good news happening. And on top of that, the market has been moving sideways, ready to either have a big wick up that I think we're going to have, or a big wick down that could so much easily happen. It would not make sense. It would not be weird at all if we wick down from this level and we start ranging a little bit sideways on the bottom level, which would be right around from $97,000 all the way down to $76,000. But honestly, in my opinion, we're gonna see a massive wick up in the next up and coming weeks and the next up and coming months. So currently, that's the thesis that I am standing on. I know a lot of you guys are down 50%, 30%, 40%, 60% on your bags, and you're wondering if you should sell or not. In my opinion, right now you would be selling the bottom on a lot of these tokens, depending on if you're holding the right coin. Now, I don't know what you're holding, but I just gave you some tokens that in my opinion are very good, as well as the narratives that they're riding, the AI narrative, the AI agent narrative, meme coins, Solana coins. All of these are good narratives that if the crypto markets continue to go up, these coins and these narratives are the ones that are going to follow. If you want me to personally see your portfolio and make sure that you are holding the right tokens, join the Discord link in the bio. It's complete for free. We're always chatting it up in there, and I'll tell you personally if I think that your bags are good or if your bags are not good. Besides that, boys, has been the end of this video. I'll really appreciate it if you give me a follow on the Twitter. I'm always chatting it up in there, random shit posting. I'm really not posting too much sauce there, but I am shit posting crypto Twitters there, and sometimes I'm giving out sauce on Twitter. The main spot is the Discord. Like I said, join the Discord link in the bio. It's free. I'll see you guys in there. And besides that, like the video, subscribe. Peace out, everybody.